Hey friends, welcome in. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Hello, hello. So I'm in an event today with Crafty Friends Unite event group, and it is all about bees and strawberries today. The bees and the strawberries. There's Miss Amy. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. So, like I said, I am in today's event. Thank you so very much. Up after me is Tish. Hopefully I have that right. I know there were some changes to the schedule. But yeah. So, I make myself seen out there. Get myself out to Telegram because I always forget to do that. But thank you so much for being there. Hi, Miss Michelle. Welcome in. Welcome in. So again, today is all about the strawberries and the bees. So welcome in. Hi there, sweet Carla. How are you? Hey there, Brandy. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to be working on some cards. And these are actually strawberry shaped playing cards. And I'm going to turn them into some ATC. We're going to batch make them, okay? So they've got the really cute strawberry on one side. So we're going to leave the image as is. Oh, thank you. Hi, Miss Kim. Hello, hello. And so we're going to use, you know, like I said, we're going to use these, but we're going to decorate the back. And then for the back, we're going to start, because it is bees and strawberries, I'm going to use some bee paper from this bee pad that I've had from the Hobby Lobby now for a while. Okay. And it's really cute. There's all kinds of papers in here that have little bees on them. And that's what it's all about today. It's all about the bees. So we're going to do some mass making today. You know, many times it's good to go ahead and have things made ahead of time. And I know that at some point I'm going to end up making something that is strawberry-ish related. So having some of these cards to put in is going to be a good thing. You know, like I said, having things pre-made is always a fun thing to do. And you can pick how you go about doing it. Oh, I love this one with the lines, because then you can actually write. And I don't have much of this pad by itself left, because like I said, I got it and I really like it and I've been using it. So anytime I needed anything bees, this tends to be what I pull out to work with. So as you guys know, if you're new to me, or if not, then you know that I love to work with paper, anything paper. Now, because these are playing cards, and usually the newer type playing cards tend to have a little bit of like a plasticky film. So to make sure that everything's going to stick, we're going to just scuff this up a little bit with my sander. So that's all we're going to do. We're just going to scuff these up lightly with my sander here, just so that the glue has a chance to permeate into the actual paper of the card. And this is just what we call, it's called a little gator. But you can buy the blocks at the Dollar Tree. You can buy just sanding paper and use that. I got this from Walmart. You can also find them on Amazon. And of course they come with all the cute little different types of grit for your sandpaper. So yeah, Miss Kim, if you would like to be in a journaling event, definitely message me about it. As Miss Amy mentioned, I do all of the events. You have to use paper because I love paper, so it is a requirement. But there is one event that is specific to junk journaling that I do once a month, and it has become a 2-day event. And usually we need fill-ins. So if you would like to be a part of that, I would love to have you, so just message me about it. But yeah, because we are my group is Paper Crafting Friends, then you have to use paper. So, you know, paper can be used in decoupaging in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be just journaling. And so we have people that craft and decoupage on the regular events. And then we have people like myself or Miss Amy who sometimes will actually just do journaling because it is a paper craft. We've had people make cards. You know, it's just a lovely event. So just message me. We'd love to have you. And again, thank you to Miss Amy for hosting this event. I'm glad I was able to be a part of, because I do like anything with strawberries and bees. I think it's like such a fun theme. All right, trying to get my thing to dry a little bit. Yeah, message me because I will forget. I will utterly forget. It doesn't take much for me to forget. For those who know, you know. Okay, so I have my glue mix, which is what I'm going to use. And in my glue mix, it's just regular school glue and water. If you have Mod Podge, you can use Mod Podge, of course, right? You don't have to wait to use like a school glue or whatever. I prefer that. That's just me. I want to dry this up right quick. Come on. So, okay. So again, because we are mass producing, so let's see about how many can I get on a piece of paper. Well, I can definitely get at least 3 per paper. Okay. I can at least get 3 per paper. That's a good thing. Let me grab one of my handy dandy brushes for my glue, because all the rest are either washed or in my water, and so yeah, that's not going to do me any good. And I do like to do the iron-on method when possible, because that also helps to alleviate the wrinkling. But this is a good way to make journaling cards for pockets and tucks and all the things. These are also great to swap because they are ATC cards, which is artist trading cards. And artist trading cards does not always mean that you have to, you know, paint something. You can collage, you can, which is kind of what we're gonna do. You know, you can put something cute on here, layers of paper, stickers, whatever you like. So again, this is just regular old Elmer school glue mixed with some water, just to help it be a little bit more fluid, but you can use a Mod Podge, or if you prefer something like a gel medium, you can use that, of course. Whatever your decoupaging medium is, you can use it, okay? Use what you have. I have a lot of school glue from just, you know, from the kids and from teaching and all that, so I just use what I got. Plus, this really works good for the ironing method. So if you guys have not been following the event today, if you've missed any of it, you can go back and watch under Crafty Friends Unite event group. It is a free group hosted by Miss Amy from Crafts by Aimee, and that is where you'll be able to see all of today's presenters, everybody who's been working with strawberries and bees, get inspired. You know, we've got, I guess you could say summer's coming, even though this week we've been dealing with rain for most of the week, so I don't know what's going on. You know, the weather's just been so weird lately. But it is the time that you start thinking of fruits, and you do see the bees from springtime, you know, because they're out and about pollinating everything. I will say I absolutely love looking at all of nature as it wakes up from winter and goes into spring and the summertime. It is really lovely. Very, very lovely for sure. I love the jar that Miss Amy was doing. That was really cute. So up after me is Miss Tish. Hey, hello there. How are you, Miss Kristen? Welcome, welcome, dear. Yes, you caught me live. I am in an event. It is bees and strawberries today is our theme. So I am doing a mass production of ATC cards. And these ATC cards are strawberry shaped. Oh, I'm glad that you're doing well. Thank you for the sprinkles, Michelle. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing me out, hon. Yes, it is. It's been a crazy bit of a week. And hubby's been off this week. Weren't able to get like a whole lot of stuff done because of the weather, but it'll be alright. It's good to have a break every once in a while. What a raid train is? Yes. So on Whatnot, a raid train is the equivalent of what a craft event is here on Facebook, right? So we have events where people sign up and they have slots, okay? And then so you have your slot, you know, we let people know what event we're in, you know, all the things. The only difference, and you do whatever, whether it's if you're crafting, because there are some raid trains that are crafting, so you'll do a craft like I am now. Others are where you're, you know, selling based off of a theme, so you can do that as well. You know, you just follow the rules that they have for that raid train. The only difference is, instead of me like here saying, oh, our next presenter is Trish, you know, you need to go essentially find her or go to the group to find her. In Whatnot, we have the ability to take all of our friends that are in our show, and we can raid into another show. So I send everybody that's with me into the next presenter. All right, so that's the biggest difference there is, you know, that we're able to send everybody over to the next person. So that's what a raid train is. Like I said, there are some that are demos where we do crafts. There are some where, you know, you sell because it is a selling app. But that's the biggest thing, is that you're taking everybody that's in your show and you're raiding into the next person with all of the people that you have. That's what that is. That's what a raid train is. So people sign up just the same. You pick a slot. You follow the rules for whatever they do. So there is a button. There's a button in your show. It's under the 3 dots. So if you go live, when you're live on your screen, you'll see that you have 3 dots. For me on my phone, my 3 dots are usually right on this side. So I'll click the 3 dots and it'll pop up and it'll give me the option to raid. And then you type in the next person's name, you hit raid now, and it sends everybody over there. They are a lot of fun. Yes, they are. I have a lot of fun with raid trains. I really, really do. Okay, so they're not, you know, straight dry, but they're dry enough. So we're going to work with that. Yes, it is an actual function that they have for you to send people. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. And it's really cool because, you know, people don't get lost having to try to find the next person, because you're sending everybody over there. So I think it's actually a very neat feature that they have. I wish we had that here on Facebook, so when we do events we wouldn't lose, people wouldn't get derailed, as we say, or get lost. What trains do I think I saw you on Wheezy's? Yes, I am on, I do a lot of Wheezy's raid trains. I do. So tell me what trains you do. So I do, I actually host trains over on Whatnot now. I'm mostly co-hosting with other ladies, so we do them together, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I just had another person reach out recently and ask me and somebody that I was co-hosting with if we wanted to co-host with her. So I do a lot of Wheezy's trains, Peace Out Vintage Vibes, and Red Rock. Yes, it would be great if you would join us. Again, same name as here. It's Crafty Fox Creations by T, because I didn't have enough space to put by Tamara. So by T. Plus, most of y'all know me as T anyways. Alright, so I got 3 on there. That's good. Let's do the next one. Yeah, most of y'all know me as T anyway, so that works out for me. You've only done Wheezy's? She's a really good conductor. Peace Out Vintage Vibes is 2. She actually has a Halloween one coming up that she still needs to fill in some spots. Like I said, if you message me, I'll send you the link to that one, because I've been trying to help her find people to fill in spots for that one. It's coming up on the 31st. I do the Battle of the Junk Journals. That one's coming up again in July. Yes, July. I've done that one. So I do several trains over there. Yes, I do plan to go on tonight. I have a lot of little golden books. So I'm gonna come on tonight to sell little golden books. Because I got a lot of them. And I want one with this one. So I have one left. Alright, now because I am doing these where the glue has dried for the most part, I need to reactivate the glue, and that is where the iron-on method comes. So I just have my little iron here. It's mine is the Cricut Easy Press, the mini. But there are actually like little mini irons that you can buy that look just like this. Biggest thing is whatever you do not have steam on your thing, because you are working with paper at the end of the day. So okay, so now see that reactivated the glue, so it's gonna stick, and it also helps to flatten it out. So we're gonna do that for all of these right quick, just to make sure that we're nice and stuck. But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about anything, whether it is craft related or events related or Facebook or whatnot ones, you can always message me. I am glad to help however I can. I'm super excited because Kristen Wood, who's in here, she will actually be, she is from Whatnot. She'll actually be at my retreat in July. So will Peace Out Vintage Vibes. She'll be there too. I'm excited I get to meet them in person. I was really hoping Miss Amy could join, but she's got other things that she needs to do at that time. She'll be with family, so that'll be good. Family's always first. Oh, Miss Kristen, I saw the video you posted of your daughter singing. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. Yes, I have an in-person retreat coming up. It's at the end of July in Oklahoma. And I actually still have spots available for in-person. We've had some cancellations, and so I have 3 spots available. So if anybody wants to join, I still have availability. And I'm going to teach you guys how to make my gate journal, which is what I did. Yeah, I know. I'm still racking my brain what type of journal I'm going to make for this next battle of the junk journals. My first one was a gate journal, and it was dark romance. Then this past one was a coffin, and it was vampire themed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for this upcoming one. Have not decided yet. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Aww. Well, I do have a, there is an online option, a virtual option, because some people are the same way, they can't travel but they still want to be a part of it. So I do have an offering for virtual as well. You'll get the kit, you'll get to see us live and craft along with us. All things. And we have several people that will be participating in that as well. And they're even doing the Secret Sister, which is super fun and exciting. I think Vicky was in the last Battle of the Junk Journals. I think she was, if I'm not mistaken. She is newer to Whatnot, but yeah, I think she did that. Now I'm going to sand my edges. You can cut them better if you want to. I mean, you can do either or, right? So either one. You're still deciding? Yeah, I know. Right now, I have to get my wandering journal finished, because that has to go out next week. And so I'm a little behind on the journal for the battle, because I had a baby journal that I had to finish for this past weekend for my friend's baby shower. And then, like I said, now I have to do the wandering journal. And then I'll be able to work on the battle journal. Yeah, I know. I know how it goes. Maybe next year you can join us, Miss Amy. Or maybe next year I just need to come to Louisiana and do a retreat there. So I'm just kind of trying to trim these off. So you see how we have the strawberry, a nice strawberry on one side, and then we'll have the bees on the opposite side. Strawberry on one side, bees on the other side. And then you can layer these up with anything you want. I mean, you can put stickers on here. You can make little pockets on these. You can turn them into an actual tag. Things of that nature. So. Am I seeing messages elsewhere? So yes, so the system that I use when I'm on Facebook is, hi there, Miss Susan. The system that I use, I'll show you guys. Well, I actually can't show you guys. So I have a camera up front here, right? The one where you guys can see me. Then I have the camera that does the bottom. And for this, I use my computer. And so this is what I see. Right, this tells me my audio, my mic, so I can see that everything is working, and it shows me comments here. But it also it's dual streaming. This system allows me to dual stream. So right now I'm also live on YouTube. So if anybody is commenting on YouTube, I can also see it over here as well. And then I have my phone set down here because sometimes, you know, it's easier to see both sides. just in case, because sometimes Facebook won't show all of the comments in one place, which is really, really weird. Sorry about all the movement, guys, but I did want to show you guys. And the system that I use is free. It's called Streamlabs, and I really, really like it. How are you doing, Miss Susan? I am in a strawberry and bee event today, so I'm taking my strawberry shaped playing cards and covering them with some bee paper to make them into like some tags. And y'all got all the messy desk look while I moved you guys around. I'm sorry about that, but I did want you guys to see what it looks like. It's a really cool system, and if you guys ever want to know more about it, let me know. Hubby is usually the one who will help get you all set up, but I can like answer, you know, some basic questions. Like I say, I'm lucky I have IT that lives with me. I can ask him, you know, whenever he's not sleeping or at work to help out with stuff. Thank you, Miss Brandy. I do want to eventually make a nice fruit themed journal. I love strawberries. I love lemons. If anybody's been into one of my napkin shows, you know I love lemons. I have tons of lemon napkins. So I want to make a lemon and strawberry and watermelon themed journal. So I think these will be a great little addition for that. And look at this one. I love this paper because look, it gives you like where you can write. So these are perfect little journaling. I wish I had more of that paper, but I only had one left. I'm gonna have to go see if Hobby Lobby still has that pad, because that paper is adorable with the little bees and the lines on it. Oh, Miss Carla, you wanna talk about yummy? Guess what I have right now? Proofing. I have some fresh bread. I found a frozen bread loaf and I have it proofing, and it's almost double in size. I'm thinking of, see, here's another one. So see, you have the little bees, but you have like these little lines that are great for like writing on. You're into the blueberry theme this summer? I mean, you know, I've seen some really cute blueberry items. I'm just gonna say, you know, it can be very cute. You gotta admit, berries are the epitome of like summertime, right? Because of, you know, fresh berries. I remember I loved when our berries would be ripe on the farm, because me and my brother would be out and about playing in the garden, and we just stop and snack on the berries. Oh, really? Cool. Well, I found some of the frozen bread loaves, and so I picked one up and I put one to proof. The rest are in the freezer. But I was telling Caroline I'm tempted to take it, roll it out, and turn it into cinnamon rolls. So I might be doing that later. I just made a small berry fruit journal. I found the cutest ephemera. Oh, fruit ladies! Oh, now that sounds fun. I've only ever seen like the flower fairies or the flower girls. So it's the different types. I actually I just got this, and I thought this would be so cute. I just got this set of ephemera from somebody, and it's all strawberry themed. It is so cute. Like, look at how adorable that is. I might actually put some of these little stamps There's some little tags here, like little papers. It was just a little strawberry themed kit of ephemera, so I bought that from somebody and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that. Yeah, cinnamon roll sounds yummy. It does. Yeah, I think so too. I think that might be the way to go, is turn them into cinnamon rolls. Because of course Caroline, my daughter, was like, well, why are you baking bread? And I'm like, well, why not? It's fresh bread. She's like, but what are we going to use it for? I'm like, to eat it. Oh, I'm going to stare at the bread. Like, come on now. And then when I mentioned maybe turning it into cinnamon roll, she's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. I'm like, oh, that makes sense to you, but regular bread doesn't? She can be something. Right? The teapot is so cute. It is. I agree. Alright, now I don't throw my paper scraps away. I have a bucket under my desk where I'm keeping all of my little paper scraps that I cannot use for something. And those are going to be turned into paper, into homemade paper at some point. Okay, so alright, so this is what we got. And like I said, I do want to add like a cute little strawberry item on them. So let's see what we got. These are like little faux stamps, which I think is super cute. And I think it'll add another cute little element to the whole look. And this is where you start layering. Okay, this is where you do your layering part. And you can layer with all kinds of stuff. There's a big old strawberry. We'll do that one. And we'll do that one. So you can bring things in like some scraps of fabric. Bake it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, what do you mean? What are we gonna do with it? I'm gonna stare at it, child. Sometimes I wonder, like, where'd I go wrong? Oh, it's like, what do you mean? What are we gonna do with it? But yeah, Gara's been off this week, which has been really nice. Like I said, but you know, we weren't able to get as much done around the house as we had hoped, because the weather's been kind of but it's all good. So this is just a little bit of Fabri-Tac, and we're going to kind of put a catty corner ish. So if you have different types of fabrics, or if you have pieces of like lace, and I think, here's my strips. I was wondering, where do my strips go to? So if you have little pieces of, in this case, like I have this piece here of a doily, I'm going to use it. Talked with my brother earlier this morning. He's kind of a little bit aggravated at life, at some things. Well, mostly aggravated, but life is life. He's telling me my niece is good though. She's good. But see, now it's it's starting to get really, really hot over there. So now it's the busy season for him, because he has a motorcycle shop. So, you know, when the sun is out and when it's nice weather, everybody wants to, oh, I have two of these. Everybody wants to what? Ride their motorcycle, right? because it's nice weather. So he's been busy. He's been really busy lately, but that's a good thing. He's just been short-handed, so it's been frustrating. You know, the loveliness of being the owner of something always gives you more work, right? So now this is really cute because look, it's gonna stick out on this side. What am I making? I don't know, because Gary went and got he had a taste for Long John Silver, so he went and got fish. Well, he asked if I wanted barbecue or fish. I said barbecue, but the barbecue joint was closed. So then he went and got fish. And of course he was like, it is so stupid. He's like, it is ridiculous. I'm like, I know, I've told you that it is crazy. I've been telling him that the traffic has been pretty bad lately, and he was like, but what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I'm kind of going up with this because I don't want to cover up my my little bee, because you know bees are part of our theme today. So the whole purpose for the paper was to have the bee, so I don't want to cover him up. But I do want to add this little strawberry element. Alright, this one should be dry now, so we can add, let's add the little teapot here. Yeah, barbecue is so good. But, you know, it's gotta be from the right place. You know. And so there's a small little local place to us, which is really good, but they were closed. So then he went for the next thing that he wanted. It was funny because yesterday I asked Gary, I was like, would you like me to grab something to eat for dinner? And he was like, sure. And I was like, well, what would you like? And he's like, I'm not picky. And I looked at him and I'm like, yes, you are. Don't tell me you're not. You wish you had a Long John's? Yeah, that one's been here like for goodness gracious forever. Okay, so this is it's like a, I think this was more of a like a table runner or something. And so I'm just cutting it up and using bits and pieces of it. And let's put this one on this side. Let's do it on the opposite side. And we can add this actually like further up. How about that? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it. And sorry for the shaky hands. This weather's been really messing with me. So I have been in and out of sleep lately. Like literally in and out of sleep. I've been sleeping a lot. Not that I'm restful, it's just my body is just like done. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. Caroline graduation ceremony is on Saturday. I can't believe that girl is already graduating. Like, where did time go? Way too fast. Same thing, I kind of want to leave some of the bees to be present. So I know it's going to stick out on this side, but it'll be alright. But see how cute that is? And like I said, these are great because then you can add them into your, into like a journal tuck or a pocket of some sort. And you know, we've got all kinds of cute little elements here. I think those ones are looking really pretty. So we've got that one. So those ones I'm going to leave as is because I like how they have the little drawings there. Alright, we've done this. Let's try something different. What else do I have? No, not that. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh. Come here. Trying to get my box of remnants. Really? So this is where you can take, you know, bits and strips of whatever, you know, leftover laces you may have, and this is where you can layer up really nicely. Now this might work over here, but I'm gonna need something that's not white for those ones. Because the white on white is not really working. I don't know if I like that. No, I'm not gonna put black on it. I could, but I'm not. Oh, really? Yeah, we're gonna use some of this. Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me, Miss Amy. I really do appreciate it very, very much. Now, I am taking just my ink pad, my ink dauber, and I am just putting some vintage photo here on the edge. I've done it before where I've shown you guys where I darken like an edge, and so that, you know, it can give you contrast. And then this one's going to be tricky because there's really not much as far as a solid surface area. So you are going to get some bleed through from your glue. And this is what happens when you have very dainty thin laces. But if you know and you're good with it, then it'll all be okay. And we're just going to give ourselves this bit here. So we still have presenters left for this event, so please, please, please stay tuned. You can watch all of the lives from today and the ones that are still to come in the Crafty Friends Unite event group. It is a free group for you to watch everybody in. I highly recommend you join it so you can see all of the events that Miss Aimee hosts there. She does a great job with themes. See, and then you have a little bit that sticks out. I think that looks cute. If you don't like it, you can always trim it. But I think that looks really cute. Okay. And then with these ones, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and try to make some holes. And actually turn them into a straight tag. And then I have this cute green, dark green colored. Where is my lighter? Just gonna try to cut this so that we can. This is a very thin little green. That way it'll give us a cute little. And I'm just trying to use the lighter so that the edges don't continue to fray. But it likes to burn it a lot. Alright. Now usually the way I do it is I put both ends through. So I'm going to take both ends. And we're going to put it through. And this way we just have a cute little like hanger part or something to grab it from. So if you do put it into a pocket, right, you have this cute, and look, it kind of looks like the greenery from the strawberry, right? So we're going to do that to these. Since I have a little bit less than 5 minutes left, it's more than enough time for me to do that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, taking playing cards and turning them into your little ATCs that you can either swap or put into tags or whatever you choose to do does not take much. And you can usually find old playing card decks at your thrift stores for less than $1. And you know, a full deck, that's 52 cards that you can turn into whatever you want. Depending on the card, Like this one, I'm not going to cover this side because I actually like this side. Or if you have a card that has a really cute image, you know, you wouldn't cover that up. But if you don't like it, you can do it double-sided. And that way, you know, you are covered on both sides. And you can do one with like lined paper and the other one with a design, so that it does turn into a cute little journaling spot, someplace for you to write something down. I made this one a little bit on the short side, but it's okay. And if you have stamps, you can stamp sentiments on these. You could emboss images on these as well. There's so much you can do with a teeny tiny little ATC card, right? I'll be lucky if I get through this one. I was almost through. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you guys liked them. Alright, so I just have a little bit of that doily that's being a little bit difficult, but that's fine. Like I said, these will be great to go into any of your, you know, whether it's a strawberry themed journal, or maybe if you have like a, if you're doing like recipes and you have, and you can write down like a strawberry shortcake or something like that. But see, look at how cute that is. So these ones are fully decorated. We've got 4 that are fully decorated. Alright, so that's what they look like on that side. This is what they look like. These ones I'm going to leave the way they are. I think I'm going to add the little string to them, but I'm going to leave them like this so that I can write on them, because they'll be a great little journal spot. And then these ones I'll end up decorating some form or fashion. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Let's go see Tish. She will be on. Again, if you are not part of the event group, it is a free group, and it is called Crafty Friends Unite. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening.